Yeah, probably it's going to be ground level, so we're going to be up at 5 feet. So that is a kind of a given. All right. So what we'll do is go to I always do it by shortcut, and I can't view parameters, and toggle in here 5 feet, and hit your tab to the other vertical height, 5 feet, and hit enter. And now do Command E and give it a second. And what this is it's allowing us to move the camera, if you will, around. So what we want to do now is 3-point perspective. Okay, and in the plan view, the one in the upper left hand corner, what we want to do is we want to focus on the entrance actually. So go up and click on that arrow. When it turns red, click and hold it, and then slide it over to the entrance. Okay, now when we move our camera position, we can we'll always be looking at the entrance. So come down here when this little ball turns red, click and hold it, and I like to shove it in so that cone of vision is fairly tight on the church. And actually that's not a bad, looking over to the right, it's not a terrible view. Okay, so I'm going to click and hold, and look over to the right hand side here. Our Z is way up high. We need to be at 5 feet. So I'm going to go I don't know what happened. Go 5 feet, tab, 5 feet, hit enter. Okay, all right. I kind of like this. So simply go up to the upper left hand corner and click to close this window, and your model will have moved around to that view. Okay, now what we need to do before we do anything else is we need to go down to the views palette here, and we need to do a plus sign. And so early on, apparently I picked another view. So let's just call this one final view, the view final. Now, sometimes in a complicated project, you might want to give a client 2 or 3 choices. So you would set up, several different views. But always make the ground level 5 feet, because what that is everybody's heads are at 5 feet. It sort of makes it, when you put a person in, if you do, they fall at 5 feet, their eyes. So that's pretty much it, and we've confirmed that I'm going to move this view palette on my computer kind of out of the way. We've confirmed that we don't see any of this other porch in the back, so we're just going to ignore it. Okay, the next thing we need to do is let's turn off the other floor plans and elevations. We don't need them anymore. And I've got a ghosted element up here, so go up to Edit, Clear All Ghosts. Click OK. Okay, now it's nice and clean. Now do a save. When we do a save, we made sure that we've saved that view that we worked on trying to get the view. So the very next thing is over here, and this is something, the roof really doesn't come down below that porch. It would end over here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a box so that we can subtract away the roof up here. So what the best way to do that is to I'm going to take a rectangular mass, and since I've got the slab there. That's a good one to start. And I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to deselect it. And then I'm going to paste, and I put it, and there's two of them, one right on top of each other. So what I want to do now is I want to take one of them, and I want to extrude it up. Just extrude it up. And now what I want to do is I want the intersection, this plane, to intersect right there where the roofs intersect each other. Okay? So I'm going to get the shape tool. And right where that intersection occurs, I'm going to click. And sometimes it'll jump around a little bit because intersections are kind of arbitrary places, but you'll see. Well, you can you can pick that corner right there, and you will have it. Okay, so now we're going to do a subtraction. So let's get back in some angle that we can see what's going on here. Deselect. So what we want to do is we want to take the roof.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, that's because I didn't ask you anything. Let's go over here and get the subtraction tool. Click. You got. Start from the beginning. Get the subtraction tool. Select the roof. Select the box. Okay, let's get rid of the ghost. Go down here and select the red dot is active view, and that looks a lot better. So if you did a Command K, that's a render zone. That's, the church rendered, and okay, just do Command 2 again to get back to our model. Now if you look in the lights palette down here, there's an ambient light, which is just general illumination, and then there's a sun. And if you come down here and you click the eyeball, that sun is somewhere on your, okay, it's way over there. But if we go Command 6 in plan view and zoom way out and zoom back in, I can actually select the sun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it. Now I'm making a copy. I don't want to, so I'm going to tap the Option key. Okay, and I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to put the sun somewhere where it makes sense to me. Okay, now I'm going to look at elevation. I'm going to do Command minus, and I'm going to zoom in real quick. Okay. You can take like this end of the sun, and you get the move tool obviously, but you can take them and you can move it up and down. Okay, you're in the what would be the XZ plane, I guess. You can actually do the same thing with the deselect and move and get the arrow, and you can move the arrow around. Now, when it's more vertical like this, the shadows are longer on the elevation, and the more this way they're shorter, smaller. You can play with it if you want to. However, I've set up some lights, and I'm going to send that put that in the Dropbox for you. And very much like the colors, it's going to be something that you're going to be importing into just about every model that you create. So I'm going to show what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and select the sun, and I'm going to hit delete. Whoops, I selected the, come on. Okay, delete. And we go File, Open. Now I'm going to navigate to wherever you navigate to where you put your copy of it. Mine's rendering images and Form Z parts and Form Z models, basic lighting, Form Z, basic lighting, Form Z. So double click on it. You're going to get this silly little birdhouse, I guess. Go down onto your lights and see how there are more of them. Well, check each of the 4. Make them red up here on your basic lighting. Do copy. Then you can close that up. Just close it up. No changes. And now what you want to do is just do Command V to paste it. Okay? And you'll see on your lighting palette that all of those have come in, have dropped in. So we know, or we can guess that they're probably way, oh, here they are. So what I want to do is I want to move them. Don't want to make any copies. I just want to move them over toward our model where it makes more sense, because I can relate to the model when I'm working with them. So put them somewhere out here in the front. Okay, and let's go ahead and look at our final view, and let's do a render with these lights. Okay, these long shadows here, I'd like to avoid them to, they're part of it's okay, but just not quite so long. Looks like late afternoon or something or other. And then the other thing is the overall brightness, and that overall brightness is coming from the ambient. So if you go up here and double click on the ambient and see the brightness, just take the brightness down to 15%. And that's just general lighting. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to select all my lights, and I'm going to do in plan view, and I'm going to go up here to the move tool, get the rotate tool, and I'm just simply going to come down here and click somewhere in the center and click rotate all of my lights around, like right about in there somewhere for now, and go back to my view and do Command K to check it out. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to do a save. A couple of things that I've noticed. I've got a lot of things open up on my computer. It's running a little on the slow side. Go to Command 2. What I've noticed is I don't have my mullions on this glass. You can do that, I'm sure. And then I've noticed that the beam, the big beam between the two columns, is missing. So let's see, I'm going to do Command 3 to see if it's somewhere. Nope. Don't know what I did with it. I'm not going to bore you with this part, so I'm going to just shut this down for now.